What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. All right, so we on the subject of football, the NFL playoffs. I want to talk about the primetime game. I've already spoke on the Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Now we got to talk about the game everybody's talking about. That is the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Josh Allen has really evolved over the course of this year. He's reduced his turnovers. He's not quite the gunslinger he once has been in the past or once was. He is more poised, more confident. He just seems like a true evolution of his game. With the fact that he lost some key pieces to his team, Buffalo wasn't supposed to be this good, but yet here we are. And that's all due to Josh Allen, or mostly. We won't say all because obviously it's a team game. But the bond he has with his offensive coordinator and his head coach, the way the defense is rallying around him, the running game has improved since the last time they played Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Buffalo Bills are ready. And they showed it in how they played throughout the regular season to serve on being the second best team in the AFC throughout the regular season, and had a chance at one point to try to get the home field. They played very well last week, which is why having home field matters, because Baltimore beat them in the regular season in Baltimore. But then when they had the home field, they were able to hold serve. But now they got to go on the road. Josh Allen's no stranger to going on the road to Kansas City. He's played well on the road in Kansas City in the playoffs. But will they win? It will be a great story if they do win, because Buffalo has a history of getting to Super Bowls and losing, and lately not even being able to get there, even as talented as they've been. Mainly because of this guy, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs have been in his way. So this is his opportunity. Everybody's talking about it's the refs are the reason that the Chiefs are winning. It's all rigged for the Chiefs to win. So there's a lot of hate out there, and I kind of like it, because if everybody was just conceding that the Chiefs were the better team, then people wouldn't be wanting to knock them down. And when you're great, people want to knock you off your pedestal. And it's more boring to replace people's hate with logic that the Chiefs are just that good. It's better to actually, let's say that the refs have something to do with it. But the reality of it is, Patrick Mahomes knew that even though they went to the Super Bowl last year by going on the road to Baltimore, to Buffalo, and beating those teams en route to the Super Bowl,
on the left,
it doesn't change the fact that he knew that's not the recipe that you want to stay with. So he vowed to the Kansas City fans that he would ensure that everything came through Kansas City this playoffs, because he said right after they won the second in a row that his focus immediately turned to a three-peat. He didn't waste too much time celebrating, immediate focus, and now this is a moment. Can the Bills do something they've never done and win a championship? To do that, they got to get past Patrick. Can Patrick and the Chiefs do something that's never been done in the sport? And that's win a Super Bowl. To do that, they got to get past Josh. It's a compelling story either way. I think the Chiefs will win this game. The reason I think the Chiefs will win this game is because twofold. When Patrick lost to Josh in the regular season, right after the game, he went up to Patrick went up to Josh like the quarterbacks usually do and congratulate each other and good game, all that.
1 mile take I-495.
And when he did that, Josh was a guy that looked like he was glad he got past that game and beat him. It was an accomplishment. Whereas for Patrick Mahomes, he had this look of glee on his face, a smile. and was like, good job, man. Let's do it again sometime. If you could have just looked back at that game and see the look on Josh Allen's face when Patrick smiled and said, let's do it again another time, see you later in the season, I think he said. It was his way of saying, I know you're going to be good enough to be there. I know I'm going to be there for this championship game for the AFC, and I'm expecting you to be there too. He rooted on Josh to make it to the AFC championship for this moment. Patrick wanted this moment. Josh didn't look like he's I'm not saying he's scared per se, but he had that look of, I prefer it not have to be you that I play. Versus Patrick looked very, very confident and unfazed and unbothered by the fact that they had lost that game in Buffalo. So I say all that to say Patrick has shown and proven that he might be the best football player I've seen with my own eyes. Andy Reid talks all the time about how they wouldn't be where they were without him, and that he has really kept the team together even with the injuries they've dealt with. And I expect his focus and his calmness to be what steadies the Chiefs and carries them through yet again another AFC championship to get to the Super Bowl. And with that being said, the other key piece will be, I do expect the Chiefs defense to show up. Chris Jones and the rest of the crew, McDuffie on the back end, I expect them to slow down the Buffalo Bills, and I do expect the Chiefs to get this W. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you're looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.